faster than the speed of sound. At an early age you wanted to get out, to pursue adventures all around. Things got tough sometimes, but it's all good, cause Tails is his best friend. He's always there for him, he's his sidekick. Through bad and good times over and over again. What to see is what to get. Just a guy that loves adventures. It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the IDW Sonic Rundown. It's been a while since I've said that because we had to wait a little bit for all these comics to come around because we only have two, but a little bit more than we would have otherwise, I suppose, for something normal. We have IDW Sonic issue 63 to talk about and the Endless Summer Special. Wow.
So I will say this. I think IDW is cooking. I think issue 63, they are cooking.
Yeah.
In the skillet, bro. They're cooking, and I'm excited for that. That also being said, the Endless Summer Special, it's cute.
Yeah, it doesn't really, it's not very high stakes. It's quite literally them on summer vacation, but it's cute. And the main issue, I think what's great about this misadventures arc that they're going for, it's kind of leaning into the comic's strong suit, which is the character interactions. Very smart.
I think that as time has gone on, I feel like the demand for character interaction from the community with IDW has become ever present. And I think that's probably the best thing that they could have really dove into. More character interaction is good. It is probably the best thing you could ask for from this stuff. So I'm really excited for it.
So, without further ado, IDW Sonic issue 63 with 1 and 2 stories. Our first one, written and art done by Evan Stanley.
We open in Resistance HQ. Belle, Whisper, Tangle, some other random Mobians are just hanging out. They are, working on the Wispon.
Belle compliments how it's a real nice piece of machine and kind of is a little jittery to take it apart, though Tangle gives her flack for wanting to break it down just after putting it back together, so which Belle does the surrender hands while Whisper was like a little concerned the whole time. And, her boss, Groovy, comes in from behind, asks Belle if the gaskets he asked for are ready, and she did not realize he needed them today. So while everyone's got some panicking to do, they all decide to go their separate ways, as Tangle and Whisper especially head out, as Lanolin has a new training schedule for them.
As they leave, however, our favorite psychokinesis Silver bumps right into Whisper, saying that he kind of zoned out. Tangle asking, something on your mind? It's dumb schmum. We won't judge, before Silver says, how do you know if you're working hard enough? I don't want to waste my time here, but I'm also supposed to enjoy what I've got, and with Blaze traveling and learning about the world, before Whisper just cuts him off. Come train with us. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Nothing gets the nerves out after a nice workout, I'll tell you what.
That's true.
So Silver is taken aback to be invited to train with the Diamond Cutters, but Tangle gives him the thumbs up. Come on, this is going to be awesome. Little time jump. Tangle, Whisper, and Silver have met up with Lanolin and Duo at Green Hill. Lanolin explains that the re-greening efforts haven't exactly touched this area yet, so we can let loose a little bit. Focus on coordination and field comms. Seeing as we have new faces today, let's head to the bottom of the canyon and let's get started. How do you feel about them reusing Green Hill once again?
Listen. It makes sense in context. I'm fine with it. But I'm also like, dog, you gotta use another place.
Can we go to Marble Zone? I'll take something else from Sonic 1 if you have to.
Jesus.
So Tangle takes the lead down. Let's go kick Communications' butt. Duo, also known as Mimic, is in the back, taking a good look at Silver, and thinks that the psychic kid here will probably be trouble. So he comes right up to him and says, hi, my name's Duo. And Silver says, oh, you're the new recruit. That's pretty cool. But Duo's like, I'm not really anything special, though, my man. I've heard of you. Is it true that you took down Metal Overlord and you stopped the metal virus? I kind of helped. Oh, dude, you're like a legend. I heard you can move stuff with your mind. Can you, move a car? That's nothing. Check this out. Then with a flick of the wrist, he breaks up a rock formation out front and just levitates these giant boulders with ease. And Mimic is just kind of like, oh, shit.
I'm fucked, bro. It's over. Silver in his Riz era says, this really isn't that much, but I don't want to tear down the whole mountain. Silver, my guy, come on, chill, brother.
Hey, come on, he needs the practice.
I listen, man. There is nobody undeserving of Riz more than Silver. This guy is anti-Riz. I love him, but no.
Oh, God. On the ground, Tangle's hyping Silver up, and Lanolin asks him to move the rocks down, so maybe we can make use of them. And as he's about to do that, Mimic brushes against the back of his heel, which breaks his focus, and the rocks fall near the rest of the group. Although, quick catch, Whisper saw it through their scope.
Important.
Silver panics and flies in to help, with Mimic smirking to himself in the back, but as he's leaning towards this rock wall, it's kind of starting to break, and water is leaking out, leading to him and Silver getting nearly engulfed by a giant chomper badnik. The water begins to rush into the canyon. Lanolin is asking Whisper quick, fly us out, but Hover's not going to go fast enough. So plan B, Tangle uses her tail as a grappling hook, grabs everyone, and reels them all out with the water to their backs. And she kind of funnily asks, let's call this scorpion formation, as Lanolin's screaming at her, keep saving, you idiot!
Lanolin then calls out to split up as Whisper and Lanolin go and destroy some rocks. Tangle, however, can't see the boys. Silver is currently struggling with a giant chomper about to crush him to pieces. Duo saying, come on, tear this thing apart already. It's a lot harder when they fight back, as the water comes rushing in, and Mimic promptly leaves. Silver is disbelief. What are you doing? I can't hold this! Silver is about to be eaten before the diamond cutters appear and stop the chomper.
And the girls return, seeing Duo, and asks where Silver is. He says, I'm sorry, guys, but I couldn't save him. But our boy Silver is able to free himself from the mouth. He gets up, hits the dab, and breaks the badnik across the ravine wall. And well, in the aftermath, Silver accuses Duo of ditching him, but he's like swearing up and down, I was going to call for help. Well, then why didn't you say so? Lanolin comes to Duo's defense. Hey, we don't need to point fingers, but I expect better control from you, Silver. With powers like yours, there's no room for error. He's like, it was an accident. Accident or not, do better next time. Which I do kind of want to comment on this back and forth a little bit. I did see someone on Twitter when this comic came out going like, hey, yo, what's her fucking problem? She basically has been in a parasocial relationship with these people until like 2 months ago. Maybe she should calm down.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one.
Yeah, this is just an everyone sucks here moment, I suppose.
Wonderful. So Silver, annoyed, angry, and most of all, exhausted, is sitting on top of the garden outhouse, chilling, as so to speak. Before he can even react, Whisper appears behind him. By the way, I just want to point this out. The panel of Silver just being in complete fucking shock when he sees Whisper is incredible.
New reaction image.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good.
Screenshot this, save it for your Discord servers.
Absolutely. Silver says, sorry, I'm just kind of distracted. I can't stop thinking about what happened in Green Hill. Something about Duo is just off. When we were trapped in that big fish bot, he was a completely different person. I saw it. Saw what? You didn't trip. He kicked you. I could swear I saw his eye color change. Change how? The white part turned black and his irises turned white. Whisper puts on the mask. We're going hunt. And that's the end to our story A.
Number one, I just want to say, based from Whisper, no fucking hesitation there. We're going hunting.
Absolutely based. Extremely based.
And speaking of based...
Oh boy. This is what I was most excited for. So excited for this shit. So fucking hype, man.
Our story B, written by Ian Flynn and art by Aaron Hammerstrom.
Did anybody talk about Sonic and Blaze being great characters and how their interactions in Rush and Rush Adventure were the highlight of those games? Yeah, I've talked about it a lot. I love Sonic. I love Blaze. I love the two of them hanging out. I love the conversations they have. Oh, what's that? A story designed specifically for me? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you so much. Sonic and Blaze are running through Spagonia together. Oh, and by the way, enhance. There. If you notice, there are 3 ghosts there. Those are the ghosts from Night of the Werehog.
Hell yeah. This technically makes them the first humans in IDW Sonic.
Yo, where's my guy, Professor Pickle?
Okay, look, for real, that was the biggest downside of this issue. Blaze not meeting Professor Pickle, we were fucking robbed.
We were absolutely fucking robbed.
Anyway, specifically, they're going through, I think this might be like the Generations rendition of Rooftop Run. The fact that I can recognize that proves my brain is irreversibly damaged.
Yes. So the 2 start off. I'll be honest, Sonic, this is not what I envisioned when you said we take the scenic route. We've seen so many tranquil landscapes. I figured you'd like to spice it up a bit. You're not wrong. However, I'd heard that Spagonia was an especially beautiful city. Oh, it is. Ready to switch it up then? Please do. I'll follow your lead. As the 2 rocket up the walls of the sewers of Spagonia before ascending to the surface and blasting through the city and the rooftops of Spagonia. The shot of the 2 of them just running through, just like showing their afterlives of like fire and like what I can assume is like lightning. It's
actually like very, dare I say, peak. The 2 are heading to the central clock tower. Sonic says the view up there, super worth it. And they reach the base of the tower, the 2 spiral up the walls and stop at the hands of the clock, heading there just before the top of the hour. And Blaze looks out at the view. The architecture kind of reminds her of her own world. And Sonic remembers how he actually didn't really get to see that much of it. I'd like to go back and see more. So Sonic stretches and asks Blaze, you want to eat before we go back? You want to go hit restaurant Swaz or go to Yosef's and eat on the run? What do you think? Blaze is a little distracted. Are you just admiring the view, or is it the heights thing again? Neither. She thinks back. You've shown me a lot of sights, Sonic, and I've come to love your world as much as my own. Specifically, we see 3 flashbacks of their adventure so far. They are getting Sundays at Mirage Saloon, they're in Station Square shopping, and they're in Halaska as well, as she makes a fire for Sonic, a bit chilly.
So shouldn't I show it as much dedication? Should I not also strive to protect it? I am the Imperial Princess of the Soul Empire. One could say I am a representative of my world. My reality, I should be doing more, and you've saved your world and all that jazz. You're here for a well-earned vacation. And I don't mean one of those working vacations. Jewel had to explain the idea to me. It sounds like something Eggman would come up with.
That's actually a very, telling snide comment, I'm not gonna lie.
Blaze says, Knuckles said something similar, referencing the annuals from 2022. If it's obvious to Knux, then it has to be easy to understand. Be nice. You're right. He can't hear me. I'll save it for later.
Damn, he's making him catch strays. What the fuck?
Okay, but this is what I'm talking about with the dialogue between the 2 of them. It is a constant back and forth of it brings out a certain something in Sonic that we don't get that often. It's very real and Sonic trying to offer Blaze a sense of freedom, while Blaze is trying to offer Sonic a sense of responsibility. The 2 are interlocking in a very unique way. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's actually very funny because even though Sonic himself doesn't really, I guess, view it the same way a lot of people do, he is a very generally responsible person. He doesn't just fuck around. He knows what he's doing. But on the other hand, he's also trying to teach Blaze hey, look, you got your duties, you got responsibilities, and that's all fine and dandy. But it's important to take it easy every now and again. You're going to work yourself to death. Don't do that.
Yes. On top of that, Blaze even emphasizes this, saying, I envy your ability to balance recreation with duty. Perhaps I can learn your ways on our travels. Not much to learn. What you see is what you get. I'm just a hedgehog who loves before the clock tower gongs. And Blaze hanging on for dear life like a cat.
Yeah, she kind of does the cat jumping thing when they're scared. That's a nice touch. Blaze kind of is curling up, holding on for dear life. Yeah, I like the view. I did not like the reminder of how high up we were. Sonic says, well, guess it's time to go. She did not appreciate the pun. Sonic helps Blaze down, takes her hand in helping her down the clock hand, and reminds her, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your time. You really should just enjoy yourself. And she understands. I'll consider this a preview. All right, I'll take that. And hey, now I remember, we were supposed to grab Tails and Amy lunch on the way back.
Mind you, very important panel here. Sonic is still holding Blaze's hand as Blaze looks over at it with little blush marks, right? It's very cute. The shippers are fueled.
Yeah, you give these people a small scrap of meat, that's enough to feed them for months.
Months? Years, bro.
For real, actually. No, yeah.
Sonic then says, you cool with grabbing something on the go? I think Swan only goes by reservations anyways. And Blaze, embarrassed and blushing a bit, says, yes, that sounds fine. You want the quick way down or the scenic route? Actual scenic or your version? It's kind of both. I'll take my time. Cool, see you at street level as Sonic grinds down the clock tower in Spagonia and Blaze hovers down, ending our issue 63. This is a great issue. Not necessarily because the content was dense, but just because the back and forth and the character interactions were good. Funny moments, good character stuff. They're clearly building something with the duo mimic stuff, and I like that Blaze and Silver are already immediately aware, which is going to create a unique dynamic in 64. Very interested to see how that plotline develops. I mean, the Sonic and Blaze stuff is peak. Like, what do we even need to say?
Oh, yeah, it was great. And also, just to comment a little bit on that, perhaps you can take away a little bit of romantic implications there. That's fair enough. Although the way I kind of see it is just more of like, since Blaze is like kind of more regal, she has the implications of her in her head of like what's going on and was just more embarrassed for herself than anything. But that's just my interpretation. Everything is valid.
Yes. At the end of the day, it's still adorable. It's still wonderful. I really enjoyed my time with this. I thought it was a great issue. Another banger from IDW. And to follow that up, who likes a beach episode?
Beach episode! Beach episode! We've got a little special treat for you guys. It is IDW Sonic Endless Summer. This was part of a special event that IDW was doing across a handful of their IPs, which, if I'm recovering off the top of my head, it was 80s cartoon TMNT, Saturday morning D&D, and Gen 5 My Little Pony were all part of this collaboration, which also, for the record, the cover B was, I believe, done by Jack Lawrence, and he did the B covers for all of the Endless Summer comics. So what he did was he made a linking page which shows all the characters across all of these comics hanging out at the same beach, and it shows Sonic destroying Donatello's sandcastle.
A truly dark timeline, if there ever was one. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's not a ton in this comic. It is very lightweight, and you should go with the expectation of that. However, the writer is Gail Galligan, and the artist, returning once more, Tracy Yardley, back to the stage alongside Thomas Roethlisberger. This is wonderful. Yardley has not been seen in some time, but we know why he's here. He pulled up for a very specific set of characters.
Oh, yes. So before we get into it, I just want to point out the timeline. Considering the dialogue and some, asterisks going on here and there, I'm going to place this issue taking place between issue 64 and 65. So with that being said, let's begin.
We open on Tails at his workshop working on the tornado before he gets jump scared by Sonic.
Hey, buddy, you want to go to the beach? Catch a wave, eat a chili dog? A rain check. Dude, the point is that it's not raining. Tails says that he's very close to finishing the fastest build on the plane yet. And actually, can you go to Restoration HQ and borrow a spare crankshift socket from the metal shop? Yeah. Anything for my best buddy. Tails comes back. Who? Me or the tornado? As Sonic is already on the run. I kind of want to touch on that a little bit too. Tails giving Sonic a back and forth. Hey, character growth. Character development.
It's good. He's learning.
Slowly but surely. Sonic is seen running through the HQ. He's hitting the slide under some workers carrying a glass pane and passes by Jewel's office, the wind scattering a stack of papers. And Sonic stops to help pick them up. Comments Jewel seems to be working a lot harder than Tails is. Does anyone around here know how to have a good time? And she says, well, Tangle and Whisper seem to. And presses that. Well, it's been a while since I've seen them. We were all off doing all those missions and training exercises, and they've just kind of been busy with the diamond cutters ever since. It's like they forget I'm even here. But passes it off. I've got enough on my plate as it is. You'd be surprised how much paperwork even one missing person can generate. I need to get back to it. Thanks for coming by, Sonic. Okay, goodbye. Get out. Bye.
Sonic is big thinking. Runs to Tails with the crankshaft sprocket, and then runs back as he appears and says, I have a very important mission we need to go on.
Then we hard cut to the beaches just outside of Green Hill. Sonic invites Jewel, Whisper, and Tangle for a very big day at the beach. Tangle especially very excited.
They are adorable. This is a very cute shot of all of them going to the beach together. It's so cute. I love that they just decided to go to the beach as friends. This is adorable.
Tangle sets up the towel just far enough off the tie line for sandcastles, and Jewel is actually a little pissed off that this is Sonic's oh so important mission. But Sonic's like, look, listen, Jewel, all right, hear me out. If saving the world 900 times taught me one thing, you gotta be in it for the long haul. The stakes are not any higher. But she insists she is in it, but Sonic says, look, it's more than just working hard. You push yourself too far, you hold your feelings back, you're gonna burn yourself out, and then you won't be able to help anyone. So let's spend quality time with our best friends. What do you think?
She hops into the water. Sonic is big chillin' before the crew comes with a volleyball. And they all start playing together. At one point, Tangle bumps the ball too far onto a cliff dividing the beach. As she goes to grab the ball, a trio appears over the cliff. Ah, yes. The Babylon Rogues are here. Now a hee. It's always funny to me. I find it so funny that Yarly has the fixation.
I mean, it can't be a coincidence at this point. I mean, from Archie and now here, what's the deal, man? This is not a coincidence anymore.
It's not. He just really likes these characters.
Hey, all right. The Babylon Rogues are kind of setting up for their beach day, and they're arguing where to put their stuff down, and they want to go surfing right here, right now. And Sonic goes to check up on Jewel, just being loud enough to be overheard and noticed. Now the group meet on the hill. Jet saying there's not enough room on the beach for all of them, but Tangle says no, there literally is. But Sonic's like, look, they can do whatever they want. Let's just stay on both sides, Wave says. But Jet's like, nah, man, they're gonna kill our vibe, to which Sonic takes great offense to. I am the vibe, bro.
Come to think of it, Jewel, those guys kind of kidnapped you one time, says Tangle. But they also have saved the... And I did kidnap Jet's calzone another time. Oh, true. Based.
So... Now, Tangle decides to point the fingers. They're the beach vibe ruiners. You get off our beach. So Wave is just like, clearly, someone's got to go. But Sonic's like, no, well, we were here first. Jet goes, well, prove it. Wave goes, let's settle this fairly. In the spirit of the beach, which we are all here to enjoy, let's try a tournament. We got a volleyball, the Rogues got flying discs, Sonic offers a race. Wave says, let's do a bunch of different beach games. Whoever wins the most games get to stay. Agreed? Agreed. And Sonic does push Jet's buttons a little bit, saying, oh, we're totally gonna crush you.
Incredible.
Game 1 is disc catch. Sonic's caught off guard, but Tangle can recover with her tail, and with Whisper's catch, Team Sonic wins Game 1. Game 2 is a swim relay. Sonic obviously taps out, and they're all mostly even, but Jet clinches it. Score is now 1-1. Game 3 is sand sculpting. Jet and Storm built an effigy of Jet on his board to Wave's dismay, as Sonic's team built a sand sculpture of Chow at the beach. Score obviously going to Sonic. Game 4 is surfing. Rogues win easily, 2-2. And now, the tie-breaking game, volleyball. First team to 21 points with a 2-point lead wins, no double touches. Sonic and Jet do rock, paper, scissors for the first shoot to Jet. We see moments of them just going back and forth with the ball. Storm spikes it too hard, goes out of bounds, point to Sonic's team. Sonic dives for the ball, serving it to Tangle, up to Whisper, and she spikes it over the net, 2-0. But unfortunately, Jewel kind of feeling a little left out. She's thinking back to the moments of Tangle and Whisper training while she was left with paperwork, and there's the feeling of them growing ever distant as both sides begin to rack up points. Jewel was spacing out when Whisper serves to her. She wasn't able to catch up in time and drops the ball. Score 19-20. So, team huddle. Sonic brings everyone together. 1 point stands between them and victory, and we are not going to let them take it. What are we here for? Chill at the beach. Yeah. So Jewel decides to play into her strength and comes up with a strategy. All right, guys, listen up. we have to isolate Jet. He's very egotistical. We got to take advantage of that. She's a great reader of character, isn't she?
So this is great. It's exemplified through some panels showing the team using the ball work to keep Jet out of the game, basically doing shots and passes to Storm and Wave.
The idea of Jet feeling like he's left out. Sonic then creates a feint for Jet, and he baits him into it and quickly spikes the ball, which Tangle can catch with her tail. Jewel relies on the rogues not really knowing her and even forgetting she's there. Jewel then goes to the ball just over the net and doesn't spike it, but just taps it. It falls right onto the rogue side to Jet's shock. Match even 20-20. Since Sonic gives a volley, jumping straight up and delivering a straight spike, 21-20. Whisper then serves to Jewel, flies up and delivers another straight spike, 21-20. Leaving Sonic as the winner and the wager 3-2. Sonic's team celebrates. They're the winners today. And Sonic, Tangle, and Whisper celebrate Jewel as their trump card, and of course, she's flattered. She also notices the rogues leaving and bickering, and kind of does feel a little bad for them. And as they're packing up their surfboards, the bickering gets really bad as Sonic's team comes back to them and says, hey guys, come on, how's a truce? We got extra snacks, it's a nice day, but Jet doesn't really want to be around them any longer, but Wave's like, dude, just relax. Besides, we might get a rematch. And that's enough for Jet to stick around.
So with that, we enter our final section here. Sonic and Jet are talking about the eternal debate, roasting marshmallows. Sonic, of course, is a crisp-on kind of dude, while Jet is a nice, even golden brown. I remember being at sleepaway camp and loving this shit. The eternal debate. I had friends of mine who were big crispers, and I was a golden boy. I love making them look perfect. What about you? How do you feel about this debate?
I'm a bit of a golden boy as well, although I can tell you one time I accidentally did the crisp on technique, and I'm not gonna lie, actually pretty heat.
It's surprisingly good. So Whisper, as Jet says ew to Sonic's crisp, calls them amateurs and then uses Wisp Shield to golden brown it. Is that cheating? Says Jet.
In my notes, I called that a pro gamer move.
I mean, it is. It's some good tech. Tangle, however, talks to Jewel over by a palm tree. Today was really fun. I missed hanging out with you, man. Me too, says Jewel. I've been working too hard lately. So let's take a break and hang out. You got it. How's next weekend? I'd love that. And that is the end of our summer special. It's cute. Not much more to say about it. It feels like a summer special. It's a beach episode. I can't complain.
And hey, you know what? Giving Jewel a little bit of the spotlight since she's been kind of out of the game for some time now. I think her last most relevant episode was probably like the girls' trip, the campfire thing.
Yes, it was.
So yeah, it's a nice opportunity to give her a nice shining spotlight. So yeah, summer special was pretty good. You got what you expected out of it, which is the beach episode. So while that does end all the comics we do have to talk about, we actually kind of have a big list. September, we already know is kind of crazy for Sonic with the final update 3 for Sonic Frontiers, but I mean, let me tell you guys something. On the schedule for IDW, we actually have 4 Sonic comics coming up in September. So to start, Sonic issue 64. The solicitation goes, this issue is all about Silver the Hedgehog. First, he's incredibly suspicious of the Diamond Cutter's new member and jumps to a conclusion that leads him to some hasty accusations. Awkwardness ensues, to which then Blaze comforts Silver as they bond being home away from home in Sonic's world.
Cute. Sounds good.
Oh yeah, the A story being done by Evan and Stanley, both writing and art, and B story is being written by Ian Flynn and art by Mauro Fonseca, and that is technically going to be out September 13th. Although, funny thing, it actually was supposed to be released at the time of this recording yesterday. It kind of got pushed back last minute, which I'm going to lead into this up front. Take all these dates with a grain of salt as things go on, because 4 issues to be released in 1 month is insane.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking nuts.
Yeah. The 900th Adventure Special, which was supposed to be part of our selection this episode, was pushed back to September 13th as well. This is why, again, I say,
Yeah, just I guess I'm getting a lot of Sonic comics on my birthday, TM.
hey, look at that 900th Adventure Special. Another update is actually the main issue 65. The misadventures continue. It's Knuckles versus the Babylon Rogues. They've stolen a relic from Angel Island, so Knuckles insists the Chaotix to track them down. But the Chaotix have a super important date to keep. Dinner with Vanilla and Cream. The pair are busy preparing.
Oh my god. Vector is sliding, bro. He's sliding into the DMs.
Let's go, my man. The pair, though, are busy preparing when they get two very unexpected and stinky visitors, of course referring to Rough and Tumble, who we've not seen in the comics for quite a while.
Yeah, they've kind of been AWOL for a hot minute.
Yeah. So the A story, writing by Evan Stanley with art by Adam Bryce Thomas, and writing by Ian Flynn, art by Maru Fonseca. I also want to comment on this. Knuckles versus the Babylon Rogues with the Chaotix in tow. This is big Sonic Universe vibes. Let's say that.
Yeah, this has Sonic Universe energy.
I'm very much looking forward to this. It's out September 20th. And the final release is, of course, best for last, in my opinion, the Amy 30th Anniversary Special. Cool, sweet, and pink, all words that describe our absolute favorite hedgehog. That's right, step aside, Sonic, and have no fear. Amy Rose is here. Ian Flynn, Aaron Hammerstrom, and Reggie Graham are back for another classic Sonic special. And this time, Amy's doing the saving. After Metal Sonic interrupts her picnic, Amy uses her fortune cards as a guide to free her friends and stop Dr. Eggman. Can she save the day and still get back in time for tea? And that will be out September 27th.
I'm sorry, base department?
True, real.
Listen, guys. There is only one way this shit goes, and it's gonna be good.
Listen, ladies in the audience, of which I have recently checked my analytics, and it's over 51%. I do not believe that is accurate, but regardless,
we listen. It doesn't matter.
Listen, ladies out there, this one's for you. You fan of Cardcaptor Sakura? This one's for you.
Yeah, the inspiration is Cardcaptor Sakura, which peak fiction, zenith fiction, one might even say. Okay, but with all of that coming out, we're going to have a big, long fucking episode next month, which is going to be a return to the classic style of stuff that we do.
Oh, yeah. And also, the way I want to format everything, that's, again, assuming everything comes out correctly, we're going to do 64 and 65, then the anniversary special, then to top it off, the 900th special. I think that's the most hype way we can do it. Normally, I want to do it in release order, but this one's special.
It's going to be very hype.
That ends this month's episode of the IDW Sonic Rundown. Thanks so much for checking us out, guys. Support the show on patreon.com/SonicSpeed. We got a lot of tiers. We got free trials for all of our tiers if you want to check out what's behind the paywall. Subscribe, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next month for a big episode. Probably our biggest to date in this format. And stick around for the Sonic Talk Show as well, because like I said, it's a big month for Sonic. Sonic Frontiers, the Final Horizon update. It's looking mighty spicy, folks. You're going to want to hear our thoughts on that. Thanks for watching, guys.
He's got his Sarge name's his. I'll tell you who that is. That is Dr. Eggman. With his evil empire and evil plans. Eggman wants to conquer the world, but the hedgehog won't let that go. Whenever Sonic's anger explodes, his enemies will meet the fury of his aggression. And that will change anyone's perceptions about him. What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventures. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Amy Rose can't help to feel love for him. He's her superhero, but she's his self-proclaimed girlfriend. He cannot escape her, but he will always save her. Whenever something is up, some kind of danger, and the story goes on, it's always super fun.